I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
Silly Jedi! Silly Jedi!
Remember, the Force will be with you, always.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
Hello, what have we here?
Hello there.
At last! Where have you been?
Nice of you guys to drop by.
Ah, good. New acquisitions.
I don't know. I have a bad feeling about this.
Good morning, good morning for me. Good day to you. Welcome to Star Wars Car Talk, the Star Wars podcast where we talk Star Wars in the car while driving. Just me for now. We'll see. Who knows? I'm Maurice from JEDI Toy Masters, and it's been quite a quiet few weeks, I gotta say. I know last week we didn't have a show last week, and that wasn't on purpose. It was actually to take a little peek behind the scenes, behind the curtain, if you will. March is a pretty crazy month in the JEDI Toy Master house. We actually have 3 birthdays in our family, in our household in March, which is kind of crazy. So 2 of my sons are March birthdays, and I'm on March birthday as well. So we had a lot of stuff going on this month, and also I got to do a couple of live streams over on our Instagram account at JEDI Toy Masters, and those live streams are also up on our YouTube channel, so you want to check them out. And that's actually what I wanted to talk about today. So that is why we didn't have an episode last week. I just got really it was just a lot of stuff going on with work and with life and birthdays, and but not a lot going on with Star Wars. I mean, you know, there's the occasional story here or there about everything, all the rumors about Lucasfilm and all the the mixed reviews that we're getting for the High Republic novels and stuff and all that. So it's not really a lot. And to be quite honest, I'm not in a position to really dive into the High Republic because I haven't read any of it. I'm kind of on the fence on whether, because here's the thing, if I would get into it, I'll probably do the audiobooks. And right now, I'm not ready to dive into audiobooks right now. Probably soon. Another little peek behind the scenes is that this show, Star Wars Car Talk, might actually get a little bit longer in the future. And that's because my commute, my time in the car might get longer in the future. So with that being said, I will probably be listening to a lot of books on tape, a lot more audio books. So I'll probably be listening through Audible or Apple Books or something like that, one of those things. So if you're listening Audible, I would love to have you be my sponsor. And I'll actually enjoy that very much because I know that I'll probably get a lot of use out of it. So that's the only way that I can see myself really getting into the High Republic, just to kind of out of curiosity, kind of checking it out. I know there's a lot of other Star Wars novels that I've been wanting to get into. There's the Count Dooku novel. What was it? Master and Apprentice, I think it's called, or I forgot the name of it. But this one right here, I'll just put it up. And by the way, we're on YouTube, so you might be watching this on YouTube, and we thank you for watching us on YouTube. And please subscribe, check out our other videos. If you're listening to us as a podcast, thank you so much. And I hope that maybe if you have a couple of spare minutes, I know time is of the essence these days, but if you can, please, write us a little review on iTunes, or just tell your friends, hey, this is a cool little podcast. If you want to just listen to a little snippet of somebody talking Star Wars in the car, hey, it's like we're driving in the car together talking about Star Wars. Yeah. So I appreciate that. But yeah, High Republic, I'm not sure. I really am not sure. At this point, I feel like my opinion of it is purely based on the good that I've heard and the bad that I've heard. I mean, there's a lot of bad out there about how they're not that great, and the not that great opinion, I think, is coming from probably most likely, the fans that grew up reading the expanded universe comics and novels, graphic novels, and all that, and the Old Republic stories. So it's like bittersweet, because it's like, oh wow, we're getting new Star Wars content in these novels with these stories that are like, in the past, take place in the past, prequels. That's kind of cool, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, but we have all this content that now Disney said is not canon anymore. It's legends, and I think that's still I think that's still a sore subject. I think it's that as a Star Wars fan who didn't really get into all the expanded universe stuff, I did appreciate having all this expanded universe stuff. Like, I appreciated the fact that we had all these novels and books that continued the story of Skywalker, and that we had, Heir to the Empire and Dark Empire and all these great stories, the Zahn trilogy and all this stuff, man. Like, it's a shame that it's now considered legend, but at the same time, like, who are they to? I mean, yeah, they own Star Wars now, but like with the movies, you could not like the prequels and just watch the original trilogy and have in your own headcanon have that be Star Wars for you. Like, for example, for me, I'm not a big fan of the sequel trilogy. There are some good elements in there, and it was very exciting having new Star Wars content and new Star Wars films. And I appreciate the fact that there are a lot of fans out there that do love them, and especially the kids that have these characters that they like, that they like Finn and Rey and Poe. Like, I honestly, particularly, like, I don't think they hold the same weight as characters as the original trilogy characters, and it's not just because, Harrison Ford went on to become this amazing character actor and all this stuff, and and Carrie Fisher, and Mark Hamill. Yeah, like, I have emotional connection to them as people as well, because they brought those characters to life and they've been a part of my life for so long. But to me, I don't particularly want the sequel trilogy to be part of my head canon. If you enjoyed it and you think they're really great stories, then I'm happy for you. Like, it's great to have any type of entry point or continuation of your fandom for something, because you find something that you really like, you find a corner of that galaxy far, far away that you really enjoy. And if that brings you joy and extends your fandom of Star Wars, then I'm all for it. However, I do know that there are some things in there that people on social media have been making fun of, and a lot of weird stuff going on with the High Republic. So, again, it is what it is. You could take it or you could leave it, and that's perfectly up to you. We vote with our time and the attention that we give to it and the money that we throw at it. So if you don't think High Republic is great, don't buy any of the books, But anyway, one of the things that I did want to touch on, because I mentioned my live stream that I had earlier this month, I had a great live stream with Retro Rebels over there on Instagram. If you check him out, Retro Rebels 77. Chris, he's a great young man, great kid, has a weekly Friday night live stream on Instagram where he has guests on, and it's fellow fans, and it's been awesome. It's great to see that everyone has an outlet, and that's a nice outlet. Like, I was telling my wife the other day, like, man, like, if like Instagram and live streaming and all this stuff existed when I was a kid, I would definitely have gotten into it. I would have definitely been all into it. But what I wanted to touch on this week is, I did a live stream where I unboxed a really cool pack, and you check it out on our YouTube channel. I'll link it below, and you could also check it out, the live stream right from Instagram, right at Jedi Toy Masters. But it was really cool. I received a gift from one of my coworkers who was clearing out their in-laws' place, and they had some Star Wars stuff that, so they knew I was a big fan, and they, graciously gave it to me. And it was like this card box set from the 90s. It was like, I think 93, 94. And it was like this Topps Galaxy card, Millennium Falcon collector set. And I opened it up live, and it's really cool. It's a complete set of these cards from the, mid 90s. I really dug them. And, there's a lot of great Star Wars card collectors on Instagram that we're friends with. Rebel Base Cards is one of them. They also have a podcast right here on Anchor. You should check them out. And a couple of other really great individuals that collect cards, and they'll do, opening up of packs and stuff on Instagram Live. I had gotten some cards, in the late 90s. A special edition put out these like widescreen cards that I thought were really cool. And before that, I kind of dabbed in the Marvel cards from the 90s as well. But before that, as a kid, I was just more into like baseball cards. And I had a ton of baseball cards. Ended up losing a lot of them. I don't know what happened. I don't know if we accidentally threw some of them out or I gave some away. I can't remember. But then I kind of like started up collecting again, and I built up my little collection in the 90s, and then I kind of stopped. And then we were gifted a bunch of like vintage Star Wars cards. And over the last couple of years, a couple of other people have sent us some cards. So we kind of have, our binders with cards now. And then I bought the card sleeves again. And it really has opened up this new appreciation for the cards, for the trading cards. A couple years ago, Topps released their app, the Star Wars cards trading app. And, that was really cool because you can like virtually get cards and have cards in your little collection virtually, like through the app, and see the cards on your phone. And that was really cool. But there is nothing like having them. And it's a slippery slope because, once you start collecting them, it can get kind of crazy, and just like anything else, any other thing that you collect. So, but I think, just Star Wars cards in general, there's just something so cool about them that maybe not everybody's going to think they're cool, but I happen to think they're really cool. And the more I've been exposed to them in this way, and the more I've been able to kind of interact with those that really do know more than me about them and collect them and all that. It's really, like I said before, it's opened up this kind of like new appreciation for specifically Star Wars Topps trading cards. So I wanted to put that out there and start a conversation on social media or in the comments below of this video. Do you collect Star Wars trading cards? Did you collect and maybe you stopped or maybe you started now? Like, what do you collect specifically? Because I know there's a lot of different, there's of course the vintage cards. I mean, they came out for the original Star Wars, and then there was Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi cards. And then of course in the 90s, there was all these art cards, these Star Wars Galaxy cards and artist cards, and they're just the art alone on these cards are so amazing. And then of course you have the standard, the original cards, which is, images from the movie, or sometimes there's still images from alternate takes or just stills from the set. where it's a different angle than you remember seeing in the movie. And even that is just really cool to see, because it's just like having photographs of your favorite thing that you can look through. I think that's something that's lost now, because we take most of our photos with our phones and with our digital cameras, and we don't print pictures out anymore. Like, maybe like if we want to get something framed, or we want to get, put a photo in a frame and gift it to somebody. But we don't really just get photos printed and just have, let's just have a stack of photos that we printed from this event and like physically go through them, like the pictures. We don't do that anymore. That's just kind of like not a thing anymore. And I think that's what I think, in my opinion, I think this resurgence of Star Wars trading cards and even sports cards. I mean, the baseball cards and basketball and football cards, sports cards have made a resurgence, I think, over the last few years. And I think there's something to it, I mean, when you think about the popularity of like Pokemon and Pokemon cards, now granted, that's cards based on a game. But at the same time, there's just something about having this physical object in your hand that you can look at, that's tangible. There's just something to that. And it opens up this whole conversation about, other things, other media, like for example, comic books. A lot of people get their comics now digitally on their iPad or digital device. And, how many people are still going and buying a physical comic book to have? And, and even with books in general, or even, let's say, movies, how many people are actually buying the disc of the DVD or Blu-ray of their favorite movie to have physically, or are they just buying it digitally or streaming it digitally? It's just interesting. The more advanced we get, the less in touch we are with the thing that we love, in a way. So I think Star Wars trading cards is this thing that helps us to kind of keep it tangible. I mean, we collect the toys. That's why that we have Star Wars toy collectors, and it's a tangible thing that reminds us of something that we love, of something that we really care about. So I think the cards are definitely in that, you can put it on that same pedestal. It's and what's cool about it is that it's not something that's overly expensive to jump on. And if you're not like a crazy completist that, I gotta have all of them. I gotta finish the whole collection. Is this light green? I can't even tell. I think it is. If you're not like a completist, which that's the problem. If you're a completist, then it's like once you start collecting cards, you want to get the entire set, the entire series of these particular cards. And then if you start another series and you're like, and that's what I think, it does open up a way for community though, because recently I was watching a live stream from a fellow collector, and they were opening up some packs and they were showing off some of the things that they have. And what was really cool is that they mentioned, they have so many. They were like, hey, if you have these sets and you're missing stuff, let me know which cards you're missing. If I have them, I'm not gonna sell them. I'll trade for the ones that I'm missing. And in this world that we live in, where we're all on social media, and now more than ever, where we have to limit physical contact with people and distancing and all that, what a great thing to be able to at least be part of a community that you're collecting something as a group, and you're kind of, even if it's virtual, and then you're mailing each other whatever cards you have. It's a cool thing to keep the community alive, is what I'm saying. So this week's episode is brought to you by love and sharing. all the things that, the Jedi were encouraged to do, the Jedi were encouraged to love. So that's it for this week. I just really wanted to touch on that and pose the question: are you guys into Star Wars cards? And if so, let me know on Instagram. There's a nice community that I've been discovering little by little. Like, for example, Rebel base cards. Check them out on Instagram. They have a great podcast and, really great guy, Greg, over there. Another young man that I mentioned before, Chris from Retro Rebel 77 on Instagram. He's also, he doesn't just collect the toys, he collects cards too. And another great person to get to know and so just sharing the love, celebrating the love and sharing the love of Star Wars. And that's what this show is all about. So as I'm driving here and I'm approaching my destination, all I can say is, regardless of all the negativity and maybe even hate, all that stuff just leads to the dark side. But goodness and love and patience and, sharing and caring and, just being positive, being positive and sharing what you like and understanding it's what it's all about in the community of Star Wars fandom and being a geek to this stuff. So that's it for this week, guys. Please make sure you like and subscribe if you're watching this. Check us out on Instagram at Jedi Toy Masters. These episodes of Star Wars Card Talk are posted every week on our YouTube channel at Jedi Toy Masters. They are also wherever you listen to your podcasts, Anchor, Spotify, iTunes. Please make sure you subscribe and write us a nice review so that more people can discover the show. And also, these episodes are also posted for your convenience on the official Star Wars Card Talk Instagram account. So that Instagram account is basically just all the episodes on there for you to watch and listen to for your convenience. So guys, I'm Maurice from Jedi Toy Masters. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Check out some of our other videos. Check out those live streams that I mentioned. I'll link them below. And remember,
The Force will be with you, always.